we say the magic words? Do you remember what the magic words were, boys and girls? How about you, the boy at the front? Oh, haven't you got a funny nose? Did you pick it yourself? Well, I'll tell you. The magic words are behind you, behind you. Yes, I know it's not the world's greatest catchphrase, but I'm contractually obliged to get it in somewhere. Behind you, and lo and behold, the flowers have vanished. Look in the hat. Gone. Here. What did the right eye say to the left eye? Between us, something smells. Oh. Anyway, the flowers have gone, but if I put my hand into the hat, do you know what I'll find? Oh, it's a cute bunny wunny. Say hello to Travis. Hello, Travis. Yeah, that's impressive, isn't it? Here, what do you call a group of rabbits going backwards? A receding hairline. Oh, look at his sweet face. You'd never guess he pooed in the back of my car this morning, would you?
No, he's awful, David. I thought he'd be better than this. I can't believe he had his own television show. I even wondered if we'd booked the wrong person at one point. But the main thing is, Peter seems to be enjoying it. He's more engaged than most of them. Darling, will you be here soon? It's just you've got the checkbook, and I assume he'll actually want paying.
Yeah, I wouldn't say your mum's a bad cook, but I've heard that your family says a prayer after they've eaten the food. Oh, behind you!
Oh, if I hear that bloody catchphrase. Anyway, I'm about to be swamped with a dozen kids expecting jam sandwiches. So I'll see you soon, darling. Drive safely and pity me.
Should be far enough away. Let's take a look. Right. No cuts or breakages. Pulse okay. Breathing. Right, so why won't you come round? Look, I'm going for help, Abby. I think I saw some buildings, farms not far from here as we came down. I'll go there, okay? Can you hear me? I'm going for help. I'll be back soon. Promise!
Do you take sugar?
4, please.
Seriously?
Yes. Why would I joke about that?
Well, I don't know. 4?
Well, I'm not one of those comics that's always on, you know.
No, I've noticed that. Now, where did I put the milk?
Behind you.
Of course it is. 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 Of course it is.
Hello? Is anyone there? Come on, don't be shy. I could really do with some help. Hello? Good dog, I'm going.
Oh, my head.
Easy now.
I think I'm going to be...
Here, for emergencies.
That's okay. I'm okay.
I'll put it here for you.
Where am I? Who are you?
You're safe. My father found you and I brought you here. You were in a plane crash. I've seen the odd plane pass over, but never seen one up close. Seen them in books and stuff, of course. Anyway, my name's Tobias.
Thank you. I'm Abby. Abby Grant. What happened to the others?
I'm sorry. There was no one else alive.
Jackie. Jenny.
I'm really sorry.
Oh, I've got to go check. Oh, they can't be dead. Oh, hang on. I remember hearing Jenny.
Easy. You can't just go off.
Why? Am I a prisoner?
No, of course not. I mean, you're not in any condition to go back.
Maybe you're right. My head feels like I've gone 12 rounds.
Just get back in.
I'm sure I heard Jenny's voice. Or did I? Am I just hoping that I did?
Some sort of false memory.
Perhaps.
There were 2 people in the plane, but I'm afraid they were dead. We didn't see anyone else. Just them. The pilot and a lady with grey hair.
Jackie!
It's all right. Maybe your other friend got out okay.
Hello? Hello?
Hello? Who's that?
I'm Jenny Richards.
Are you indeed?
Yes, I am. Come down and you'll recognize me. Look, I was given your name by one of the farms I tried.
Were you?
You're Ulrich Larsen, aren't you?
Yes.
I need your assistance. No one seems to want to help, but they said you're the governor of this zone.
Have you any idea what time it is?
Please, they said you'd sort things out.
Well, they were wrong. I've just made hot milk.
We crashed, though. Our aircraft crashed. And my friend, Abby Grant, might have concussion. So I don't have any more time to waste. I need to get back and help her.
An aircraft? So you are the law minister?
Why would I make it up? Look, will you just come out here? This is really difficult shouting up at you.
Wait there.
Oh, please hurry.
So there's hope that at least Jenny made it.
Maybe. Yes. And we all live in hope, don't we? Look, when you're recovered, stronger, I can take you there. I promise.
Where was I when you found me?
In the woods.
No, I mean, was I inside the plane?
Dad was standing by you. You were just lying on the ground, some distance away from the wreckage.
So I somehow staggered there and then collapsed?
I guess. Dad said he hadn't moved you.
But someone else could have dragged me there. And that could be Jenny. Maybe I really did hear her.
I don't know.
Oh, but what if she comes back and I'm not there?
Right. Well, I'll go and have a look, okay?
Okay, but you should be careful. You know someone shot us down, don't you?
What?
They're dangerous. And they may still be out there.
Okay, maybe it's best if I go back in daylight then. I'll look for your friend in the morning. On the condition, you try to eat something. Homemade cheese and crackers. Deal?
Deal. Thank you. Jam sandwich, Mr. Cross?
No, thank you. And please, call me Leonard.
They seem to be having a good time.
I don't suppose you know any theatrical agents, do you?
No, sorry. Look at Peter's face.
Oh, which one is he?
The birthday boy.
Of course, yes.
He was the one that wanted to book you, you know. It wasn't my suggestion. He remembered seeing your TV show.
He must have a good memory.
He'll remember his 10th birthday, that's for sure. Do you have children, Mr. Cross?
One. Unplanned. But he's pretty well behaved for a child. Mind you, I still regret buying a cream settee before he was born.
I can imagine.
Look, I don't mean to be rude, Mrs. Grant, but will your husband be coming with the cheque?
I'm sure he'll be here soon. Oh, stop running in there. 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 Running.
It's all right. You're safe.
What?
I said you're safe.
This must be a dream. What is this?
Easy. Now, you were dreaming, mumbling away. I couldn't hear what you were saying, mind.
Oh, you can't be here.
I am Leonard Cross, at your service, behind you.
Oh, but that's not possible.
Which way?
Left at the next fork.
I fear it's getting a bit dark to see much. The torches will only get us so far.
I'm sure we'll find the wreckage, and Abby can't be far away. Wouldn't it make sense to call some of your rangers out?
No, I can handle it.
Yeah, but if Abby had staggered away further into the forest, we might need more eyes on the ground to find her.
We'll be fine. Now, left, you say?
And then there's the small matter that whoever shot us down is still out there. I'd feel better if we had some protection.
Shot you down?
Yes, someone shot at us.
Who would do such a thing?
I was hoping, as governor, you might have an idea who could be responsible.
It can't be anyone from round here. We don't have any crime.
Well, evidently you do now.
I was dreaming. No, I was remembering. Remembering you.
Were you? Well, that is strange. I don't meet many fans, as you can imagine.
Oh, God, I'm not a fan. I was thinking about a time. Years ago, we'd booked you for our son's birthday party. Brimsfield Village Hall. Sandwiches. Presents stacked in the corner, long before all this.
Really? Oh, well, you'll have to remind me of your boy's name.
You didn't remember it on the day, so I doubt it would mean anything now. Have you been here? Talking to me while I was asleep?
Yes, I've been here. Waiting, talking to you a bit. They say that's what you should do with unconscious people, don't they? Well, maybe my voice triggered something.
Or my head injury is...
Is what?
I don't know. Affecting my memory?
My son said you should rest.
Tobias? That was his name, wasn't it? He's your son? Oh, he's a credit to you. A kind and positive young man.
Well, thank you. I don't know where he gets it from.
No.
You know, he's only 5 when the death happened. Never knew the times before. I've tried to give him a history of, well, you know, what he's missed. I wasn't good on proper history, but I knew about show business. The great entertainers, yeah, I've told him about them. Recited the routines I could remember. Made up the ones I couldn't. Otherwise, their names would have been lost in time.
Did you perform your own routines for him?
Oh, yes, all the time. He loved them. Behind you!
Why was that your catchphrase?
Oh, I don't know. I hated it. What else do you remember?
I don't know.
Well, maybe it's best if you sleep now, eh?
Here we are.
That's quite a wreck. It's a wonder any of you made it out alive.
Here's where I left Abby.
She's gone.
Obviously.
She must have walked off.
She was unconscious.
Or maybe she woke up and then walked off.
Or someone took her away.
Or someone took her away.
There may be some tracks, but I can't see enough.
We'll have to come back in daylight.
Let me just have a quick look round.
If you must.
Abby? Abby?
But be careful! What a mess.
What are you doing?
I know you don't approve.
You're right, I don't.
I'm trying to get it working again. That way we can hear if there are any broadcasts about that plane.
What benefit would that give us?
Abby wondered if someone else survived. We might find out. This Jenny may be putting out a message or something. Dad!
We don't need it. We're fine as we are.
Technology can help us.
Well, like it helped us get into this mess. If it wasn't for technology, the plague wouldn't have spread, would it?
You don't know that.
I do know. It's spread on a plane around the world, and now everybody seems to be rushing towards making the same mistakes again.
I just wanted to fix a radio. It's hardly the Industrial Revolution.
Who's this?
Her name's Jackie. I'll come back for her tomorrow. Give her and the pilot some sort of proper burial. Oh, she just looks like she's sleeping, doesn't she? Oh, God.
I'm sorry. Look, I think I should be getting back. There's not much we can do, even with a full moon.
Oh, right. Can I stay at your place?
What?
Or do you want me to hunker down in the wreckage next to my dead friend?
No, of course not. Let's get away from here. You know, I find it hard to believe that someone shot you down. Are you sure it wasn't a mechanical failure of some sort? These things have been sitting around for years, after all.
No, someone definitely shot us down. So in the morning, I'd appreciate it if you'd summon your rangers and get them to track down who did it.
Of course.
Good to see her resting.
I'll sit with her a while. Give you a break. It's certainly odd having someone else in the house, isn't it?
Yeah. Nice, though. We should be careful out there. If there are people shooting down planes.
You get to bed.
Night, Dad.
Truth is, I'd prefer it if you weren't here, Abby Grant. I like it with just me and him. I enjoy walking in the woods. I enjoy seeing nature thriving. That's why, when I heard the plane, it upset me. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. Honestly, I didn't. I just thought I could bring it down. I didn't think it through. I didn't think about anyone actually being inside. It was such a spur-of-the-moment piece of stupidity. And now it seems I've done something much worse than shoot a plane down. I never meant... But I had to stop it. And if your friend comes here, well, what then? What if she saw me firing up at you? And what happens if you remember everything from when I found you? Well, I'll have to see it through, won't I? Like an actor committed to a bad season in Chroma. Yes. I don't have a choice. Tomorrow, my son will go to find your friend. We'll be alone then, Abby. All alone.
You've helped yourself to my eggs.
I'm cooking them for you, too. Thank you for letting me stay. Problem?
Whatever the law minister wants.
Just call me Jenny. You got plenty left, anyway. It's strange, though. I didn't see any chickens outside.
Other people bring me eggs.
Ah, one of the perks of being governor, eh? Do they bring you biofuel for the generator, too? And all that food in the pantry?
I do very well. Did you sleep all right?
Yes, that's a comfortable sofa.
Oh, God, it's 6 o'clock.
The early bird and all that? Here you go.
Thanks.
Then, after we'd eaten, I thought you could assemble your rangers and we could split into 2 groups. One group led by you could search for the person or persons who shot us down, and the other led by me could look for Abby.
You've got it all worked out, haven't you?
It's always good to have a plan. What were you thinking?
That maybe we can handle this on our own?
The 2 of us?
Why not? You may be the law minister, but I know the area. We search for your friend, and then I'll turn my attention to finding the gunman.
The rangers work for you, though. You should use them. That's their job. And at the end of the day, I'm in charge of all the rangers on a national level.
I'm aware of that.
So I could mobilise them, but as you know them, I'd like you to organise them. Why don't you send some messages, call a meeting, or do something?
I'll meet you at Copp's Point, half a mile down the main track. We'll all meet you there at 7.
Sure. OK, then. I'll get my bearings and meet you there.
You know I don't like jam.
This isn't for you. It's for Abby. Do you think she'll feel better today? I don't know much about concussion, if that's what she's even got, but she should be improving, shouldn't she?
Well, maybe, but I know there can be complications.
How do you know that? Because you were in 3 episodes of County Hospital.
Get on with you. No, I know head injuries can be serious. Everyone knows that.
I'm only pulling your leg, Dad. Do you want toast?
No, I'm not hungry.
Oh, Abby.
You shouldn't be up.
I feel a bit delicate, but better than I did, thanks to your care. Oh, I've still got a headache from hell, but I don't feel sick. Too sick anymore.
I made you some toast, if you're up to it. We were just talking about when Dad was doing his serious acting and appeared in County Hospital.
Ah, were you in that?
Yes. I played a schoolteacher who'd been bashed on the head. He couldn't remember his wife, but he could remember all the pupils from years ago. So the wife got all the grown-up pupils to visit him. Yeah, the director wanted me to howl in surprise, so I did. And then Roger Sullivan in the Echo wrote that I was happy.
Yeah, but Dad doesn't let the bad reviews stay with him.
Oh, mind you, I got my own back. In a subtle way. One of the puppets in my children's show was called Roger the Pig. Now who's hammy, eh?
Subtle revenge.
You know, I bet Roger Sullivan is dead now.
That's put a spring in your step, hasn't it, Dad?
Death is no laughing matter.
No. Right. Yeah.
They're probably all dead.
We're supposed to be lifting Abby's spirits?
Oh, it's all right. We've all lost people.
Hello, Henry. It's Ulrich here. As you're closer to the center of things than me, I wondered if you could help with some information. I've got Jenny Richards, the law minister, here, and she seems very keen to find her friend. I wondered if you had heard anything about Jenny being on a plane, or anything about someone called Abby Grant.
So, was it some sort of test flight, Abby?
No, we were going abroad.
What? To see how things were on the continent?
Sort of. Look, you've been so good to me, it's only right I tell you the truth.
Oh, sounds ominous. One's client wishes to confess.
Dad didn't audition for the lead in Bald Legal?
No, I didn't get it. To be honest, I wouldn't have been happy shaving my head.
The truth was, I had to get away. Some people wanted to arrest me.
Oh? What have you done?
My crime was wanting to be with my son. That was all. I think you can understand that. They thought I should have turned him in for things he did years before. But how could I do that to my only family?
How indeed.
I'd turn you in, Dad.
You bloody would as well.
I wish I hadn't gone up in that plane now. But what's done is done, as they say.
Well, sometimes you have to play the cards we're dealt. Even if we don't want to, eh?
Hello?
Ah, hello, yes. You found it, then?
Cops Point, yes. I went through your tools and borrowed this spade, if that's okay. Where is everyone?
I don't know.
Did you arrange things?
Yes?
For 7 o'clock?
They must be late, that's all. Can't get out of their beds. Lazy. Look, why don't you get started searching for your friend, and I'll wait for the guys.
The guys. What are their names, these guys?
What?
The names of the Rangers.
I don't know all their names.
Well, some of them.
Bob. Yeah, Bob. And Tony. Dave. Another Bob.
You're making these up now, aren't you? Where are your Rangers?
Oh, I don't have any. Okay? Happy now? I never needed any. Yes, I know governors are supposed to have their own force, but as I said before, there's no crime here.
Someone shot down our plane. Or isn't that counted as a crime?
But that's a one-off. Seriously, we never have any trouble. It must have been people from out of the area. Someone out to get you. All the people here police themselves.
You can't allow people to mete out their own justice. Things have moved on. So you haven't got any Rangers at all?
No.
And yet you're obviously taking in the food for a full complement? And the weapons? Oh, my God.
I'm not a criminal, if that's what you're implying.
No? And then you go through this charade coming out here? What, in the hope that I'll just wander off and leave you alone?
No. I hoped we could find your friend and you'd go away.
Listen, you're going to regret your dishonesty, because do you know what? You're going to help me now, just you and me, and you're going to have to hope and pray that we find Abby alive. You brought a gun?
Yes.
For protection?
Yes. You said there were criminals.
Glad you think they might exist now. Come on, then.
There, the least I could do.
I'll let them dry. You've done enough.
Yes, I do feel a little lightheaded.
You know what else, Tobias? I performed for Abby's son years ago.
No way, that's amazing.
I suppose it is, all things considered, to meet someone whom I knew
So
before.
you remember his TV show and his act? Everything that he's told me about?
Yes. He hasn't just made it all up. Mind you obviously made a success of being in show business.
Oh, this grand place isn't ours. Well, it is now, of course. After the death, when we lost Tobias's mum, we moved, drifted for a bit. We settled outside Colchester for a while and then came up here and found this place abandoned. And I'm lord of the manor now.
What was it like for you, Abby, before all this?
It feels so long ago now. I had a husband, David. Sadly, he died at the beginning. And then I spent years looking for my son. Peter was at boarding school when the death came.
And you found him?
Oh, I found him. And after a rocky start, we spent many happier years together. Never as many years as you hope for, though. So you two should make the most of it.
So you mean I should actually enjoy his creaky old jokes?
Those creaky old jokes put a roof over your head.
Not this one, though, eh, Dad? Look, I'd better get out there to the crash site. It's gone 7.
I'd appreciate that. I'll go and lie down, if that's okay.
I'll be as quick as I can, Dad.
Oh, take your time. We'll be fine. You won't need the rifle.
Just in case, eh? There's a gunman out there.
Oh, careful with it then.
Don't worry. I'll remember to point it the right way.
Bye, son.
Come on. Gotcha.
What is it?
A bullet. Not the one that scuppered our engine, but the only one I'm likely to find. It's pretty flattened, but it looks like a bullet from a high-velocity rifle.
So, not a shotgun?
A shotgun wouldn't have the range. This is more like a marksman's gun. Who'd have a gun like that around here?
I'm not sure. Most people tended to hoard a variety of weapons after the death.
What were you doing in the cockpit?
Trying to get the radio working. There was no joy.
You can give me a hand digging the graves.
I wanted to see if there were any broadcasts about you.
About me?
On your story.
What do you mean?
I was keen to find out what this was all about. Why was the law minister on a private plane? Who was this Abby Grant? Before I left, I called Henry Costello, a friend and fellow governor. Who is Abby Grant? And why is she on the run?
It's not what it seems.
Isn't it? You lecture me on morality.
Abby was in trouble for not turning her son over to the authorities. But she had spent so long finding him. She'd been through so much. I understood why she couldn't do it.
So she evaded the law.
It's not as straightforward as that.
Sounds straightforward enough to me. It's a shame I don't have any rangers. Otherwise, I could have you arrested.
That's worked out well for me then, hasn't it?
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
So that's why you brought the gun. Please, don't do anything hasty.
Oh, I don't want another coffee, Mrs. Grant.
This is for David, my husband.
Oh, yes, of course.
That's him in the suit being mobbed by 10-year-olds. If you want to get your money, I'm sure he'd be grateful to be saved.
Right.
He won't bite.
Oh, it's not that. I don't know how to explain it, but I always feel a bit depressed after a show.
You're not the only one.
Sorry?
I mean, I expect it's a common thing in show business, isn't it? The actors come down, you have the adulation and the spotlight, and then it's back to normality.
Yes. Then I'm just another middle-aged man driving up the A40.
Is that the way home?
It's the way to my next booking. Another party? Oh, it's quite the weekend for them. I don't like driving that far, if I'm honest. Cars aren't my thing.
I hope they like you.
Sorry?
Oh, the next audience. I hope it goes well for you. You got everything?
Oh, that's odd. I thought it was light. Travis has escaped.
Travis?
The rabbit. He's a vicious bastard, but I need him for my act.
Where could he have gone?
Well, he can't have got far.
Shall I ask David for help?
No, we don't need any help. Any help.
Look, I'm going for help, Abby. I think I saw some buildings, some farms, not far from here as we came down. I'll go there, okay? Can you hear me? I'm going for help, for help, for help, for help, for help, for help, 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 help.
Are you okay? You were dreaming again.
It's all jumbled up, as if my brain is trying to piece it all together. Oh, is Tobias back? Is he okay?
He won't be back for a while, but I'm sure he's perfectly safe.
But there's a gunman out there.
There isn't.
What? You're saying I imagined it? Oh, but that's rubbish. We were definitely shot down.
I mean, the gunman isn't out there, Abby.
No. Oh. But Tobias said it was you who found me by the wreckage.
Well, now you know why I was so close by. I didn't plan to save you, though.
I'll be back soon. Promise.
Just keep nice and still. Your friend's gone now. Left you. Please, don't move. It'll be easier if you're already dead. Easier for both of us. Please, just die. Oh, no. Right then. Oh, of course, it's empty. So now I've got to see if I can just bludgeon you. Oh, God. Right. I can do this.
Dad?
Tobias?
I saw it come down.
I just found her. She's injured.
God, look at this wreckage.
You murderer!
Stop! Just stop struggling! Stop!
Get off me!
Stop! You're going nowhere. But if you try to escape, I'll stop you. Do you understand? Understand?
Yes.
You know, I played a murderer once. It was on one of those Friday play things. He killed his brother because he suspected he was carrying on with his wife. But that was all planned out, premeditated. This was spur of the moment. My crime was just a knee-jerk reaction to what was happening.
You were going to kill me while I was unconscious. That sounds planned.
No, it was a moment, a momentary decision to save myself. Yeah, they talk about actors finding the moment, but I never really knew what that meant. I just learned the lines, did a voice, and tried not to bump into the furniture.
By turning up when he did, Tobias saved my life.
Yes. Yeah, I couldn't cover my tracks then, but now it's different.
Put that thing down.
I could shoot you, you know.
I've had guns pointed at me by killers. You're no killer. At the moment, you're just a negligent, ineffectual, and corrupt governor, fraudulently amassing supplies. You haven't got it in you to do anything any worse. I'll take that. Now, pick up the spade and do some digging.
If I must.
Who are you?
I might ask you the same question.
I'm the governor, and this woman was going to bury me alive.
Oh, do shut up.
I had to do it. It was my stand against so-called progress. Do you know what? I don't regret a thing.
Jackie is dead because of you.
Do you want to hear what happened?
No.
I fired shot after shot. I didn't know how many hit or where, but suddenly there was fire billowing out from one of the engines. I just wanted to stop the plane. I didn't even think about the people on board. They were...
You bastard!
No, get off!
Let go of me!
Don't struggle!
No!
Just...
I'm telling you, I'm the governor, and this woman is aiding a fugitive.
I'm the head of the Rangers, and someone shot down our plane.
Are you Jenny?
Yes. Why?
Your friend is at our house. I'm Tobias.
Oh, thank goodness. How is she?
I'm so sorry.
Get off me! Oh my God! It would take. I've just got to get out of here.
Thanks for helping me.
Pleasure. Well, it's not a pleasure, but you know what I mean.
Poor Jackie.
I imagine it's a bit much for you.
Let's fill this in. We can talk more later.
Come on, key.
Goodbye, Jackie. Sleep well, my darling. Let's go and see Abby.
Yeah.
You've got a hunting rifle.
Yes. Why?
Her plane was shot down.
Well, this one hasn't been fired in years. Look. Oh.
It's not loaded.
But it should be.
Don't you remember firing it?
I didn't shoot your plane down, if that's what you mean.
Could anyone else have used it?
My dad had it, but he wouldn't have done this.
Maybe I can talk to him, though.
I know you're still here. Somewhere. It's a walled garden. You can't get out. Do you hear me? I'll find you. And when I do, I'm going to finish this. And you've made it easier, you know. Tobias will see that you attack me. I'll say I caught you stealing or something, and things got nasty. Abby? Everything is going to be fine, yes. It's all going to work itself out. I know you can't get away. You've got 5 seconds to show yourself. The big reveal.
Would your father have had a reason to fire at us?
He's gone strange about technology. Yeah, every bit of progress we make reminds him of returning to the old ways, and it scares him. He feels more control living in a basic, old-fashioned way. Got used to it over the years, I guess. He won't even let us have a radio.
Well, he's a murderer if he did do it. And he'll face the full force of the law.
And now you find your spirit of civic duty.
I want to help. I want to put this right.
You want to save your own skin.
There's our house up ahead. I'm sure we can sort this out.
I can hear you, Abby. You're skulking behind the water butts. Come out, and I'll make it quick and painless. You're running out of hiding places, and you won't make it to the barn without me shooting in the back. Do you hear me? If you continue to try and hide and play this cat and mouse game, I'm just going to run out of patience. Come on out! I can see you now. You may as well stand.
Okay. Let's discuss this.
Discuss? What, you trying to beat my brains out?
Look, I've got nowhere left to hide. So if you're going to shoot me, you'll have to look me in the eyes.
Put the gun down! Dad?
Drop the shotgun or I'll shoot.
Stay back. I've still got another round.
Drop it.
Get off me!
Stay back or she gets it.
Shoot him. I might hit Abby.
Help my son. Do it!
Okay. Just relax, Tobias. Ulrich, I need your help. Get me towels, tea towels, whatever, water and some alcohol.
All right.
Anything with high spirit content.
Stop, or I'll shoot.
We need things from the house or I can't do anything.
You've got to let them do this.
Okay, but no tricks.
Now, let's have a look. Just lie back there. That's it.
So what now?
Shut up, I'm trying to think.
Please put the gun down.
I shot my boy. He'll be all right, won't he? I mean, does he look that bad to you?
I don't know.
Whiskey.
Tip some onto one of the towels. Now, Tobias, I'm just going to open your shirt. Carefully does it. That's it.
Oh, my goodness.
What?
It's good. It's all right. It's all right. But you're going to be okay. I just need you to focus on me. Ulrich,
What?
press down hard on his chest with a wet towel. It's important he doesn't lose any more blood.
This could still be all right. That was an accident, wasn't it? I didn't mean to do it.
It wasn't an accident when you killed Jackie.
Shut up. That's my son.
All right. All right. Just don't make it worse. Put the gun down.
Not until they fix my boy.
But what if they can't?
Change the towel. That one's soaked.
I don't know.
This isn't you. I mean, I don't know you well, but what I do know, what I can remember, you're not this man.
Oh, and what sort of man am I, Abby?
I think you're still the man that inspired a 10-year-old boy to write a letter.
What are you talking about?
Hello? Oh, yes, darling, I've just got back. No, the drive wasn't too bad. We got stuck behind a truck full of straw near the school, but Peter found it funny. The car was covered in straw. Oh no, he seems happy to be staying this time. The house feels odd without him, though. Quiet. We are doing the right thing, aren't we? Uh-huh. Yes. Yes. I suppose. Oh, he finished that letter, by the way. To that entertainer.
Keep pressing. I'm trying as hard as I can.
He wrote to you.
You enjoyed it that much?
He wanted to thank you for the party, for making him and his friends laugh. They talked about it for months afterwards. Do you remember Peter's party? The one with the man from the telly, the rabbit that escaped?
Stay with me, Tobias.
I'm afraid I don't remember the letter.
No. Well, to you it was just another party, another booking. But to a 10-year-old boy, it was something he'd remember for the rest of his life. And for me, it gave us a happy memory of normal times, a time before all this.
He's losing consciousness.
Don't you think I know that?
I wish I could go back to all that.
We all do.
I can't feel the pulse.
If only we had some proper medical supplies. I'm trying my best, but it's... That's enough. You can stop pressing now.
Now it's time to give me the gun.
No!
We did all we could. I'm so sorry.
No, you two get in the barn or I'll kill her.
Oh, come on now.
Drop your gun!
Okay.
We can't do this, he'll kill us.
At the moment, we don't have a choice.
Move! Lock the door.
All right.
Key.
There you go.
Now move over here,
And why didn't you lock me up too?
because I want you to see what you've done. Move!
This isn't my fault.
Shh! Tobias, I'm so sorry. So sorry. And we say the magic word. Do you remember the magic words? Oh, come on. We've got to remember those magic words, haven't we? Now, boys and girls, I need you to tell me when that naughty teddy bear tries to steal my pie. Because I can't let him eat my pie. Do you know why I can't let him eat it? Because then he'd be stuffed. Oh, here, what do you call bears without any ears? Bees. So, if you see that teddy bear, you've got to let me know, right? Can you do that? Just yell out when you see that naughty bear. Say, behind you, behind you, behind you, behind you. All these mistakes, moments of madness. And this is where I end up. Your stupid, useless dad.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
If you just died in that plane, he'd still be alive. This is your fault.
Look, you're not thinking straight.
It's a fact. I was right about that plane. It needed destroying, and I wish I'd done a proper job of it, and then my boy would still be alive.
Oh, no, you don't.
Come back here!
Did he get her?
No, I don't think so. It's hard to see. Oh, he's reloading. She's on the far side of the garden.
We should try to get out of here. Otherwise, when he's killed her, he'll come for us.
I told you, you can't get out. There's only one place you can be hiding.
She's going towards a small shed. No, don't do that.
She'll have nowhere to run.
The shed door's ajar, Abby. I know you're inside. What the?
Hey, behind you. I'm coming.
Oh, thank God you're all right.
What took you so long?
You're not. It's not over.
Get the revolver!
Got it. Drop the shotgun. I won't give you another chance. Is everyone okay?
Yes, I am fine.
I think so.
Will Ulrich want the horses back?
I think he's pleased to get rid of us. But his generosity isn't going to stop me reporting him for abusing his position as governor. This problem could be more widespread than we thought.
Ah, the corrupting influence of power.
Certainly the case for Dominic Crail.
So, is the plan to head north?
Yes. I'm planning to investigate Crail when I get back. See for myself what sort of setup he has in York. I'll take Vanessa Walker, one of my most trusted rangers, and give him a little surprise visit.
What about me?
You should lay low until I get back.
What?
You're still a wanted woman.
No.
No?
After all those years apart, you're not shaking me off that easily. I'm coming with you. Besides, I can show you where the slave auctions were held. I can take you to Bedwell's place, and I can identify Bedwell and Faulkner.
Oh, if you're sure. It could be dangerous.
When isn't it?
I suppose we do make a good team.
And you're only just realizing that?
Come on, then. Let's go. You have been listening to Survivors, New Dawn. Behind You, written by Roland Moore. Abby Grant was played by Carolyn Seymour, Jenny Richards, Lucy Fleming, Leonard Cross, Jonathan Rigby, Tobias Cross, Cameron Percival, Ulrich Larsen, Glenn Macready. Other roles played by members of the cast. Director Ken Bentley, producer Emma Haig, sound design Benji Clifford, music Nicholas Briggs, script editor Andrew Smith. Executive producers Nicholas Briggs and Jason Haig Ellery.
I'm Roland Moore, and I wrote Survivors Behind You.
Everything is going to be fine, yes. Yeah. It's all going to work itself out. I know you can't get away. You've got 5 seconds to show yourself the big reveal.
I wanted to touch upon the idea that even though this awful thing had happened and sort of 95% of the population had died, there was the chance that you could actually meet somebody from your past, you know. And so it was that exploration of something from Abby's past. And I soon realised that would give me the opportunity to actually have some 1970s scenes set before the television programme. So that was great. That was really good fun.
Hello, I'm Ken Bentley, and I have directed Survivors New Dawn. It's a bit twisted, it's a bit dark and twisted, this one, really, isn't it? This is a journey into Roland's mind that I've taken before. Only Roland would have come up with the idea of a murderous children's entertainer.
And I wanted it to also be about memory and how sort of memory prompts can sort of make you remember things from your past. So Abby's remembering all this stuff that happened in the 70s, but there's a reason for it. And the reason is that she's met this man again in the sort of late 90s, I guess we are. And his presence has sort of unlocked those memories in her while she's sort of semi-conscious.
I'm Lucy Fleming, and I play Jenny Richards.
And I'm Carolyn Seymour, and I play Abby Grant.
I suppose we do make a good team.
And you're only just realising that?
Well, at the end of episode 2, Abby and Jenny and Jackie and a pilot have crashed their aeroplane because they've been shot at by somebody. And at the beginning of episode 3, Jenny is trying to find what's happened to Abby. Jackie, unfortunately, has died. And she's desperately she finds Abby, but doesn't know kind of what to do because she's unconscious. So then she leaves her and has to go and find help, which she eventually does with somebody who's not terribly helpful, who's the local governor. And he's rather reluctant to help, but eventually does. And then she says, well, get your rangers out, because the governor has lots of rangers to help him, and he keeps making excuses and doesn't. And then we discover he hasn't got any rangers, and he's kept all the good stuff that the rangers get for himself. So he's not a help at all.
I found Ulrich a bit charming, really, in that he wasn't entirely corrupt. He just sort of didn't want to get involved in it all. So he just sort of found other solutions, you know, rather than just dotting every T and crossing every I. I know I've said that the wrong way around, by the way. He's seen what his zone needs. They're called zones now. He's seen what his zone needs and what it doesn't need, and he's responded accordingly. So I didn't see him as entirely corrupt, but maybe that just says more about me.
Hi, I'm Glenn Macready, and I play Ulrich Larsen.
You brought a gun?
Yes.
For protection?
Yes. You said there were criminals.
Glad you think they might exist now.
Obviously, he's very frightened, as I think probably everybody is in Survivors, and he takes the easy route, the corrupt route, the feather your own nest route, and in this story, he's forced to become almost useful, I would say, when he, finally decides that he's going to help in some small, ineffectual way.
My name's Jonathan Rigby, and I'm playing Leonard Cross. I was right about that plane. It needed destroying, and I wish I'd done a proper job of it, and then my boy would still be alive.
Oh, no, you don't.
Come back here! I thought, what an intriguing, what a very strange story. There's a big element of the grotesque in it, and a lot of that is because, this children's entertainer is the resident, kind of unstable character. And his act in itself seems to have been rather weird and disturbing. I'm not sure how cheering it can have been for the children that he performed in front of. But one thing I very much liked about the script was there was a reflection in there about the importance of actors. And by association, given Leonard Cross's occupation, children's entertainers, because there's a point very near the end where Abby tells him that her son once he'd performed for them in a village hall, actually wrote him a letter of thanks, because to Leonard it was just another date, just another gig. But of course, you never know just who in the audience might be profoundly affected by what you're doing. And I think that's something that all actors can remember as a kind of affirmation if they want to, if they want to remind themselves why they do what they do, because you never know who might be out there and who might be really profoundly affected.
It's a slightly more interesting journey for Leonard, though, isn't it? In that he wants to stay in this past. He doesn't want the world to go back to what it was. Wasn't it that he didn't want all of this technology because that's what was causing all the problems in the first place? So he's actually sort of, it's an interesting relationship between the two of them, in that Leonard sort of quite likes this new world, bizarrely, and actually not so bizarrely, I can totally sympathise with that. I've just moved house. I've always lived in towns, and I've just moved house, and I live now in the middle of nowhere, temporarily. We're just renting for a period of time. So this is an entirely new experience for me, and I'm loving it. I was prepared to give it a go, but I didn't know how I'd feel living in the middle of nowhere, having lived in fairly major towns prior to that. So I sort of totally sympathise with Leonard's position on this, in that, actually, do you know what? To enjoy life, we don't need all of that stuff we used to have, all of the convenience that we thought we couldn't live without. It's actually very easy to live without it, and actually some of it we possibly should live without. And it's fascinating to see a son coming through who's never had all of that stuff, but really hankers for it, which of course you would, because it also, air travel, when you've never seen air travel, when it's never existed in your lifetime, the idea that a plane flying to another country might exist is the most exciting thing in the world. And I can totally sympathise with that. I get really excited about all of the space exploration that's going on at the moment, even though I know that it's a ridiculous waste of money and we should be dealing with problems on Earth and closer to home, like poverty and hunger. It's just a fantastic debate, isn't it? And it's a very current debate, and the answers aren't easy.
My name's Cameron, and I play the role of Tobias. There's a real nice mix of the more tender, softer moments. There's some real comedic moments throughout the script. I think Roland's done a really fantastic job in kind of getting the minutiae and the real intricacies of people, and kind of finding out what makes people tick through the script. I think it is really, really wonderful, and there's some... it's a hell of a journey. There's some real nice moments, some really sweet moments, and then of course some much sadder moments. And I found reading it that the flow was amazing, and how it went through these different feels, these different vibes and energies was really enthralling. Technology can help us.
Well, like it helped us get into this mess. If it wasn't for technology, the plague wouldn't have spread, would it?
You don't know that.
I do know. It's spread on a plane around the world, and now everybody seems to be rushing towards making the same mistakes again.
I just wanted to fix a radio. It's hardly the Industrial Revolution.
There's an interesting sort of debate about technology and the role of technology in this third play that's, I think, quite relevant, really, for what we're all going through at the moment. There's a big debate about technology in the homes that we're struggling with, and particularly access to technology for young people. So there's sort of touching on that in this story in quite an interesting way. And also in the world of survivors, technology can be really useful. We've got to the point where obviously we don't need a lot. A lot of the technology we've got now is entirely superfluous to life. But in the world of survivors, some of this stuff can be incredibly, incredibly useful, life-saving even. So it's an interesting debate about technology and the uses of technology, and also a debate I find quite interesting, which is older people who have had something feeling as if they can dictate to younger people who haven't had that thing, whether it's a thing of value or not. And I don't have the answer to that one, I don't think.
I really enjoyed being back in the world of survivors. It's one of the ranges I think is totally goes there in terms of letting you do whatever you want. There are some real extremes of storytelling and some really harrowing emotional scenes, and I think the cast are absolutely incredible how they go with that and deliver it every single time.
It's good fun to play, and it's good sort of having shortcuts to know the other person. Like sometimes when you act with somebody who you already know, it was, save a lot of time that you wouldn't necessarily use in rehearsals with somebody you didn't know. But no, it's lovely. It's lovely.
You know, we're like one part of the pair of slippers. You know, we know each other very well. But of course, it's comforting. It's fabulous, and it's a joy to do. It's a joy. I mean, we've all got a friend like that you pick up again after 40 years, and it's just the same. And it's just the same. The love is as deep and the connection is as great. And it's just fantastic.
And it takes one back to the time when we were making the original television series, which was a really exciting time. And kind of, I don't know, I remember it was such affection. And getting to know Caroline then and Andy and all the others was a great time.
Yeah.